What a nail-biting test match that was between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. Sunil Gavaskar still with us. I don't know whether you had the chance while doing commentary for that India-Australia test match to keep an eye out on that Sri Lanka-New Zealand game as well. But just to put into context, the last time World Test Championship final, India played against New Zealand. New Zealand denied India the crown. This time, New Zealand has done India a favour. So all is forgiven, you'd say?
I don't think India owe New Zealand anything. India played outstanding cricket, and over the years to qualify to be the number 2. Whatever you might say, whether New Zealand won, fine, it's good for New Zealand cricket. But I don't think Indian cricket owes New Zealand cricket any thank you or anything of that sort, because India has played quite outstanding cricket over the last 2 years since 2021 World Test Championship finals, and therefore they deserve to be in the finals on their own and not with anybody's help.
How do you see the World Test Championship final? It's in June 7th to 11th, but the same teams, India, Australia, how do you see them square up against each other?
I think we'll probably have a few changes in both the squads. You'll probably have Josh Hazlewood and Pat Cummins coming back into the Australian team, because the pitch at the Oval has a little carry, little bounce, and of course English conditions mean that there will be some swing in the air as well. So yes, I think we'll have a few changes in the Australian lineup. In the Indian lineup also, you could possibly find a couple of changes. India in England have traditionally gone with four new ball bowlers and a 5th spinner. So whether they go in with 3 and 2 this time around remains to be seen. But yes, I think we could find some changes. And if you have a few changes, actually it is quite exciting, because suddenly you're looking at a different combination. Suddenly you're looking at maybe different players. And so you're very keen to see how that's going to work out for the teams.
Okay, Seva, you talk about a few changes for both teams, but one change that India will definitely not be contemplating, that is changing their openers. KL Rahul, you reckon will find it tough now to get into the 11 now that Shubman has kind of established himself with that 100? And is he the long-term opening option for India now?
I don't think it's the end of the road for KL Rahul. He's a very good player. He's just been through a rough patch. I mean, Virat Kohli was in a rough patch for 2.5 years, but Cheteshwar Pujara has struggled sometimes for runs. But we haven't been as overly concerned about that or overly critical as we have been with Rahul's form. And yes, Shubman Gill coming in, batting the way he has certainly made life a little bit difficult for Rahul to come back as an opening bat for the moment, because with the form that Gill has been in, he will be there. He'll be there for some time to come. Definitely a long time to come if he stays fit and hungry for success. But for the Oval game in particular, because it's not a question of standing up to the stumps where you don't actually need great wicket-keeping skills, then I would say look at KL Rahul as a wicket-keeper. Because don't forget, in England he got hundreds. At Lord's, difficult pitch, difficult circumstances, he got 100. He batted well in England in 2021 and also in 22. So keep that in mind when you're picking the 11 for the World Test Championship finals.